All right, Myles, come in, a new coaching staff. Like, what was it like this first day working with Scott Frost and the new guys?
It was good. It was good to see everybody out there. Like I was saying earlier, it's something about putting that helmet on, man. Everyone's got a little pep in their step, so it was great. Scratch that itch, get back on the field.
How different were the coaches from inside to outside?
What do you mean?
Was their demeanor different? I mean, you've been in the meeting rooms, now you're out on the field.
Nah, coaches bring their A game every day. I mean, that's the job. That's what they do. They got to set the tone for us. There was no difference there.
What's kind of your mindset entering this spring? RJ Harvey's obviously moved on. You're coming in as the running back, at least here at UCF, that has the most experience. Are you looking to establish yourself as like the #1 guy?
Yeah, I mean, but the way to do that is just consistency and building trust with your coaches. I mean, you can't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people. You just got to do your best.
What was the first practice like? Do you feel like you guys really worked your way into it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Coach Frost already said it. We got some work to do, but that's what comes with it. It's the first day, new playbook, new coaches, new everything. But the good thing about it, it's only day one, and we don't play tomorrow. So.
What are you seeing in your room? They brought in a transfer, Jaden Nixon. I know there's some younger guys who have been here. So what are you seeing when you look at the running back room?
Good. I mean, every running back room in college football has a deep running back room. You go to talk to a coach, they're going to tell you the running back room is deep because you need that in college football, right? You need more than one running back. So I feel good about it. Everyone's been on their stuff. Like I said, Coach Beal, he's a great teacher. He's been teaching us a lot of things. Sometimes running backs are almost a half install ahead of everybody just because of the fact that, he puts his little nugget here, puts his little nugget there. So, yeah.
Yeah, kind of expand on that. How do you like Coach Beal? What kind of coach is he? What kind of personality does he have? And how have the guys responded to him?
I feel like, I can't really speak for everyone else, but I mean, he's been pretty good, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's a great teacher. I mean, it's kind of early to tell how he is. We haven't hung out off the field yet, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the same guy. I love Coach Bill.
Let's talk about yourself returning to an office that didn't have many returners this year. How do you want to establish your presence in the locker room and be a vocal leader?
Kind of how you build trust with your coaches. You want to build trust with your teammates. I mean, that's the only thing you really can do right now. You learn a lot about each other when the bullets start flying, and I like what I saw today. Everyone was going hard. We got some work to do, of course, but yeah, I like what I seen out there.
There's a lot of new guys on this team. What's it been like everybody kind of meshed together in a title coming one?
Yeah, that's one of the things Coach Frost talked about. That's what's going to make us a great team coming together. I feel like we've done a good job of that. I mean, most of the time we were separated offense and defense during the summer just because we had new installs for everything. But when we come together, it's good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your third offense in 3 years, right? How different is this one compared, and how tough is it to learn?
I mean, all of them are pretty different. I've kind of learned a way to learn everything real fast. I won't get into that, but I mean, I've kind of just gotten used to it. Not really a challenge for me, but yeah.
In this one, especially the passing game, running backs are used a lot more. I mean, that's got to put a smile on your face.
Yeah, a lot. It's a very balanced offense. I like that.
Now you've played for multiple head coaches now, Satterfield, Gus, now Frost. What is Coach Frost like? Did he surprise you with how he is, or what kind of personality does he have? How have the guys kind of responded to Coach Frost?
I feel like everyone responded to him good. He's also on the younger side too, so that's a relationship there. I mean, y'all see the shoes he wears. He's hip, you know what I mean? So that was pretty good. It's easy like Coach Frost. Easy like.
Talk about the mindset of the team. Talk about the culture that's being built. We know Scott Frost is big on culture. He said the team will need to go through adversity together to come together as a team. What do you see from that?
I mean, yeah, that's real. You need to know how your brother to your left and your right is gonna stand up when the bullets start flying. You know what I mean? That's true.
I know it was only the first day. You don't have pads on yet, but was there a highlight of today's practice? Was there like a play that stood out? Maybe a player that did well? What kind of sticks out from today?
Jordan Bridgewater did pretty good today. He had like 7 catches, scored a touchdown. He did real good today. Yeah, I guess you could say the player of the day.
Do you think you want to improve on this upcoming season, or even work on the most during spring practice?
I just really want to round out my game, to be honest. I obviously have dreams and aspirations of going to the next level. I mean, only way you make it there is if you have a well-rounded game. You can do everything. So that's what I strive to do.
What kind of stood out about these quarterbacks? I mean, 2 of the guys obviously you worked with last season with Dylan and Ja'Cory, bringing in Cam Fancher and Taven Jackson. What's kind of stood out to you about these 4 quarterbacks competing for the job?
I mean, they're all hard workers. I guess you could say from a football playing standpoint, there's only so many ways you can hand off a ball and throw a check down. So I don't really see many differences. Like I said earlier, that's more of a question for a receiver or something. But I mean, overall, they're all good hard workers. Our first day, so I mean, obviously eventually we'll get used to it. You know what I mean? It's a whole another practice like format and everything, right? So I mean, that just comes with it. It's the first day. I'm pretty sure more than likely the more times we got here, it's going to be seamless.
I'm sure last year you got used to changing at quarterback. Obviously, there's 4 quarterbacks battling for that starting spot. How have you kind of handled going with different quarterbacks and getting used to them?
I mean, there's only so many ways you can hand the ball off and throw a check down. So, I mean, it's not really – I don't really feel – that's more a question for, like, a receiver or something. I mean, I don't really see a difference, to be honest.
For you, what's the biggest thing you'd like to work on this spring? How do you want to improve, get better?
To be honest, I really just want to round out my game overall. Just get ready for the next level, like you said. I mean, yeah, that's really it.
What is it like when you see a guy like RJ Harvey who's working out in the combine? You see him what he ran the other day at the combine. What's it like to see a teammate kind of be able to excel, and how does that maybe inspire you to maybe take that to the next level?
That's good, you know what I mean? I feel like me being able to sit there and watch him for that whole year, I got the blueprint, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's good to see him succeed, and I can't wait to see him get drafted where he goes.
What is that? I'm sorry.
You think you could beat a 4.40?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What's that blueprint? You mentioned he's had the blueprint.
Yeah.
What in your mind is that blueprint that he probably put on?
Kind of putting what Coach Frost harps on all the time, being a cheat. Like, he handles his stuff. And I mean, you don't really see RJ. You don't really see RJ in a bad light. You know what I mean? He got respect from everyone, and that's because of the way he handles himself. You know what I mean? So just that, watching that. I feel like if I do that, do what RJ does, yeah, man, I'll be right with him, hopefully.
Coach Frost has talked about guys coming in and being ready to work in the weight room. What have you noticed from your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, to be honest, like, the way college football is, you kind of just got to embrace the weight room, man. That's where the team, that's where games are won and lost in the weight room. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's right, man. Everyone's been attacking it. There's no one really half doing stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's been great.
Maybe you've been waiting for an opportunity like this for a while. You were in kind of a committee with Cincinnati, and RJ was here the last year. What do you feel like is important for you to establish yourself as a lead back and to prepare yourself physically to have a bigger role in this new offense?
Consistency and building trust with the coaches. You know what I mean? That's really what everyone's going to tell you. Especially, I guess you could say in every position room. You know what I mean? Consistency and building trust. That's what I can do.
What sort of demands or what sort of relationship have you started to build with Coach Beal?
Good relationship. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a great teacher. Like, there's times where the running backs are like almost a whole install ahead. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, that aspect of it, he's a really good guy. So.
I wanted to ask you too, is there something that he's looking differently as far as evaluating the position, or the way we say that Coach Martin did, and these other guys you worked with before? What kind of things does he want to see out of you specifically?
I don't know what he's looking at personally. I feel like that's just like something that he knows in his head. But like I said, I know every coach looks for consistency. So I mean, that's all you can do.
How did you tolerate the knee injury you had last year? Was it difficult to play through? Did you feel like you were ever 100% afterwards?
Felt good. You know what I mean? I was in the training room every day. You seen I got back, took the brace off, and missed a beat. So I felt good.
Coach talked about the guys that aren't able to go in spring getting those mental reps. Obviously, Tavion Swin is in your room. What have you kind of been telling him, getting him ready for his freshman season?
I mean, not much. He's been like every step of the way with us. I mean, he's learning the offense. He knows the same stuff we know. He just can't get out there and do it. So I'm proud of that because, you know what I mean, he's a freshman. Usually, the freshmen are not going, they're not playing, they're just not in the loop. But he knows everything. You'll see him out there sometimes. He'll be signaling, right? So, like, he knows his stuff. I can't wait to see what he's going to do too.
Coach Frost was mentioning wanting to get everybody up to speed tempo-wise in practice. What did you notice here from day one? And how do you feel like that's guys are kind of adapting to the way he wants everybody lining up and getting ready?
I'm pretty sure you said it already, but we have some work to do. You know what I mean? That's just a new type of offense. Like, it's fast-paced all the time. So obviously we gotta get used to that. I mean, eventually we're gonna get used to that, and it's gonna be some fireworks.
What ways is it different? How do you personally feel like it might benefit you and the rest of the running backs?
Just since we go fast, you see the way I play. So when I get tackled, I get back up. I like that already, right? So that's the way I play anyways. But I mean, having, just the whole offense, doing that, just right in my alley.
What are your early assessments of the offensive line?
The O-line, they're always great. You know what I mean? It's kind of too early to tell, actually, because we're not even in pads. But so far, so good. I mean, I don't think we're going to have any hiccups. No line, right? O-line's always good. No wrong there.
But you're going to try to take more of a leadership role because this is your final go.
What'd you say?
more of a leadership role from you this year, replacing RJ Harvey and stuff? I mean, you think you're going to be more of a leader?
Yeah, I mean, I could be a leader any year, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously there's more of a spotlight on me because of, and we're trying to fill in some shoes, right? But I mean, yeah, I got some big shoes to fill. But I mean, all I can do is just do my best, help everybody along, and just be a good teammate.
Thanks.
Thank you.